Hello and welcome back to Fake Gamer Bro Games of the Week, where we have 10 minutes or less to talk about, I don't know, typically the mobile games we've been playing, sometimes just like whatever else mobile game related I feel like talking about. This is another solo one from yours truly, and I think we're going to be on the or less side of things because I feel like the commentary I have to make right now is kind of on the level of what's the deal with airplane food? Because I'm just thinking about like, mobile game advertisements where it's like, this game you are showing is not the game we will actually be playing. And I was thinking about this specifically like in relation to or I guess what started me thinking about it is Whiteout Survival, I think it's called. If you've seen mobile game ads, you've probably seen it where it's like shivering people coming up and you have to decide who can stay in the thing and get warm or who has to like freeze out in the cold. And I think that part of it is pretty clearly just like uh uh not what the actual game is, but just I can't think of the word, but just like a representation of the vibe of the game is actually like a city builder, sort of, and then you go out and you like have to like fight animals and other like other villages and stuff. I don't know what you call that type of game, the Ebony type of game. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it to go out to that. I was expecting like city builder and then you go and you like go and build another city and not like this is your city and then you go like fight other people for some reason. And the thing about it is it has a mini game. Like it's a event mini game. It's not like around forever where like you have like a snow blower or some shit and you're going around and like getting rid of snow and like finding little like coins and stuff in the snow and like building a fire. I don't know. I forget what you find in the snow, but you find shit in the snow that has like fucking nothing to do with the game except for that it's cold and there's snow. And like yeah, I haven't seen an advertisement with like that gameplay specifically, but there's a lot of games in the it's weird to say in the same vein of Whiteout Survival, but just like one of those games that you see advertised fucking everywhere. That some of them have like mini games or like the advertised game that has nothing to do with the actual gameplay of the game, and it's like for a while I just thought of like these little side mini games as a fun thing to like keep people playing and keep people coming back in so they can do like the weekly or monthly or whatever events, and here's this cool thing to kind of break up the monotony of the main gameplay, especially if like you've been playing it for a while and you've done like most of the main things. But then it's like, no, that's also an excuse to where they can show advertisements of things that are not the main gameplay that is technically in the game. It's a thing you can play. And I'm just thinking about a lot of like those types of games that have that same thing. I don't think too many that I brought to the show have it. Like all of like the merge games I have, they'll have their own like event things, but it's usually like a different board with different items and stuff. And like Merge Mare had some different unique mechanics, but it was still like a board merge game, and it just then had like a zombie that after you merge would like take a step and then like die, and then you just did stuff with the zombie parts or whatever. Um or like Frankenstein or whatever the hell else. And but it was still like, it was still, you wouldn't be surprised if you saw that advertisement and got to the game and you're like, oh, that's a Halloween thing. This is the normal game. This is still within my expectations. But like with these Whiteout Survival, and I can't think of the other one off the top of my head, but it's like this fishing one that you see a lot. And I mean, I think the big ones are like this Plant Escape, or like there's just some other titles that are like really known for having just like completely different gameplay. Like Ebony is a huge one, but Ebony's been one since forever, since it was just in browser. But then it just pretended to be like a porn game, but it wasn't. And then now it still sometimes pretends to be a porn game, but now it also pretends to be a bunch of other stuff. And I don't know. Again, like this is not new commentary. This is not unique commentary. It's just something that like I guess I hadn't like fully put the pieces together about like the little event mini games, because I just, like I said, I always assumed it was just like the fun little event stuff to keep you playing and to switch things up. But no, it's like what they do to have fake advertisements that technically aren't fake. And it just gets me back around to the point of like, how did video game advertisement like regulations get into place? Because like when you see like a normal video game trailer, like console or PC, like they'll have to have like stuff that's like not rendered in game engine, like this is a cinematic or whatever, like disclaimer at the bottom. And for mobile games, you don't have to have any goddamn disclaimer. Like, I mean, there's plenty of games out there fucking pretending to be a Pokemon game. Like this one Nonogram game that I have played before, I saw advertised with like just on the Google Play Store, like not an advertisement or anything, but just their icon on the Google Play Store was a Pokemon Picross. But I click on it and it's like, oh, this is a Nonogram game I've played. They definitely aren't licensed with Pokemon. They definitely, last time I played, did not have any like Pokemon things in there, but they can just kind of do whatever the fuck they want. Like there's a bunch of games out there that pretend to be Digimon or Pokemon. I believe Justin mentioned it on the last episode, a game pretending to be Digimon. And it's just like, no one does anything, really. I mean, maybe they do, and I just don't see it because they just get taken down so quickly or whatever, and like no one talks about mobile game news like ever. But I don't know. I'd just be interested in seeing like what regulations, like how regulations got put into place with like console and PC games, and why those don't mean anything for mobile game advertisements, or like even the advertisements on mobile games. Like you'll see things that say playing this puzzle game will cure your dementia or will prevent you from getting dementia, and that's fucked up, right? Like you can't just say that on a TV commercial, but if it's in a mobile game ad, no one gives a shit. No one pays attention to that. And I don't know. I've just been thinking about it lately, and yes, I've been playing Whiteout Survival. I got back into Misplay for a second because they're like, hey, your points are expiring, and I'm like, okay, I can trade that for money, so I don't want those to expire. And then I did trade that for money. I got a fucking $15 Uber gift card out of it. Again, like, I'm not trying to shill so much for like Misplay, but like, if you like any of the games that are on Misplay and you don't mind your data being mined, as they're probably doing, I don't know the details on it, but like you do earn money playing those games. Like it's not a lot, like you can't fucking pay your bills with it, but like you can get an occasional like $5 like DoorDash gift card or whatever every month or so, depending on how often you play. But that's besides the point. I got into it, I'm not playing it anymore right now, and I kind of have other thoughts just about like Whiteout Survival turning into one of those, like, now you're on the big map and you got to send your troops out to like take over other players' villages, or just like go get resources or go kill these like beasts that are in the area, and you have alliances and stuff. Like there are a lot of games that have like guilds or alliances or whatever the individual game calls them, that I'm like, I don't know why you decided to turn this multiplayer, except it's another reason to keep people coming back, because like so many of the guilds are like, hey, this is for active players only, and they'll fucking kick you out if you're not active for a certain period of time, and you get on leaderboards and stuff. But like generally it's like you could take like this whole mechanic out of it and like build on the base of your game, and it would be a better game. But I guess it just doesn't keep people as round or keep people as engaged. Like not everyone is like me and fucking hates interacting with other people. But yeah, and I just don't know. I think we need also just more terms for like game genres and types of mobile games. Maybe there are more out there and I just haven't looked. I actually meant to look up some before I made this commentary. But because another game I started playing is I think it's called Demonized, and it's one of those where it's like your character runs left to right in beating up bad guys on the top half of the screen, and the bottom half of the screen is you're leveling up and you're getting accessories and you're doing all this other stuff, and it's just a very classic formula that gets reused in a lot of different ways. Like Capybara Go was a lot like this, except it also had like this whole other home screen that you went to and you did a bunch of other shit. But even this game, even Demonized, has this little like mining section where you go, and it's almost exactly like the mining section that Capybara Go had, where you just like, you know, you get amount of pickaxes, like however, like one every like 10 minutes or whatever, and you click on the little things and you get currency or whatever that you need out of it. And then you can also pay to just get more mines. You can pay like however much money to just get more pickaxes, like every day, and it's just wild. And God, I ended up talking way more than I thought, so we've reached 10 minutes. Goodbye.